Welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I hope you're well, hope you're good. I want to talk to you about the Bitcoin price chart, show you what I see in the charts. Is it sounding interesting? Drop that like, give me a subscribe. I want to show you a few things that can make you feel more comfortable about where we are in this space right now with crypto and everything else. This is not financial advice. Take a look at this. I'm going to show you this thing called the indicator called the Keltner channel. This is great for looking at trends. Which way is the market moving? Are we moving upwards, or is it finished? Are we moving downwards? In most cases with this Keltner channel, you can see there's three lines, two blue lines, one at the top, one at the bottom, and then there's a yellow line in the middle. And in most cases, when we've seen price, once it's had its fall down, break above this yellow line in the middle here, you can see that the trend is about to reverse, and we are now going on an upwards trend because it tends to remain above the yellow line whilst it's doing its price action. And then if we see sort of like a break of this yellow line, it starts to come down, and then we see candles start printing underneath. Usually that's a sign that the trend is reversing, and obviously we see at some point it falls down and it tends to break through this bottom blue line. Same for when price is too overexhausted at the top. If there's too much buy pressure, we see price come out of this blue line, and then we start to see candles, and then at some point it should come back in. But when you're in a mid trend, when the trend is sort of going upwards and it's in a bull market, I noticed this, right? And you can see that we have the break of the yellow line. So let's just go back to the bottom of the last cycle. Oh, this is 2015, 2016, 2017's bull cycle, right? And this is great because it's a good resemblance of what we could be in right now. We had the bottom of the bull cycle. Price action broke above the yellow line in the middle, and then we started to see an upward trend. Look, price went crazy, saw a pullback, healthy correction, just healthy pullback. And then when it did finally fall down, we saw price come down, it held above this yellow line, and we saw it ride this yellow line all the way to the top of the bull cycle. You see price action go up, and another euphoric moment where price action goes crazy. It breaks out of this purple line, and then eventually it falls back down because there's just too much buy pressure, falls back down, and then eventually it comes down to this yellow line. You can see some cases, you can see a sell through. It pierces through the yellow line, massive sell wick, but a massive buy wick gets brought back up. You can see it, all this buy pressure comes back up, and where does the body of the candle hold? It holds in above this yellow line. And we see this all the time. This is a powerful yellow line. It's like a mid-range of either the trend's going to keep going or it's not. And if it breaks it, it's likely we could see prices go down more. Or at least price could come down to this yellow line before it holds support and then it rides up again. And this is why I'm showing you this. Look, price goes up, breaks out of this blue zone. You can see here, comes out of the blue zone, too much buy pressure. People start to sell. And where does it hold support? Bang, right down here, this yellow line. And so you catch my drift, right? It just keeps doing it all the way through the cycle. Look, price up, breaks down, comes down to the yellow line, goes up, breaks out. Where does it hold support? Right around this yellow line. So let's take this example and have a look at where we are today so we can understand clearly with a better picture where we are. And this is why people come to the channel, by the way. Just clean, simple analysis that your kid can understand. You can show this to your 6-year-old kid and say, look, we've got two blue lines and one yellow line. And then at some point, these candles is going to break above the yellow line. And if it goes too much and it goes out of the blue line, eventually it has to come back to the yellow line. And you can see this breakout here. So we broke up, see, come like this, back down to the yellow line, broke up, tiny piercing out, back to the yellow line. You see, held relative support here, and then because for me I actually felt like this was going to come down and pierce through, because every time we see the red candle come down and we start seeing candles underneath, usually it pierces through. It comes down here and pierces through, and the example would be right here, right? So we had this massive break here, which was a signal that actually the trend might start to reverse. We saw a second top, and then when it finally came down, look, I was waiting for it to pierce through. So we saw piercings here, we saw all the price action pierce through here. That's what usually happens when price comes down. Tiny bit of piercing there. So in this case, this is sort of like a rare moment. We never really saw this come down and pierce through. It kind of remained in this bullish trend. So price went up, but when we did, look, we saw another price candles come out, comes up here, and then eventually it comes down close to this yellow line to hold support. Take a look at where we are now, because we've been seeing price action come up and out of the counter channel, and it was holding it as on the outside for support for some good time, and then eventually it pierced through. And you can take a look here. We recently had this little dump in the market, and it came down, it went to about here. Is it good enough? That's the question. Is that dump here good enough to say, actually, yeah, I think this is it, now we can start going back up? Because what we do know, like I showed you in the past, is we come down to this yellow line. Once we get there, then we see price action go up in the big green candles, guys. When we get to this green line, this yellow line, look, green candle up. The big green candles, that it lifts you up right down here as well. The green candle lifts you right up. And in most cases, if you wanted to, look, this didn't actually get right to the yellow line. Or in some cases, not most, in some cases, look, this didn't get to the yellow line, but we saw a big wick buy power up, and then green candle all the way up. So, like I say, is this enough? Because if it's not enough and it still wants to come down, or there's still room for it to come down, we could still see, let me just grab the measuring tool, Bitcoin fall some more. I think maybe there could be some more, and if it does, there could be another sort of 14%, maybe 15, maybe even 20%, like that. We see a 20% drop, fall straight down. It even pierces through this yellow line, and then a wick gets bought up really quickly, and then it holds the body of the candle above this yellow line. That's what I'm thinking. So stick around on the channel, because I will show you this. I'll keep you up to date so you can see what's going on with the trend, where we are, just a clean, precise vision of the market. So, and we could come down. If we come down to this yellow line right now, this yellow line's sitting about 55,787. See, I personally believe that we may see a $55,000 price, 55,000 or 56,000, something like that. And why do I think that? Because we have other charts that can confirm this. So the other chart would be this right here, the pi cycle. And let me just dive into what you're looking at here. Pi cycle is very clean and simple. It looks for the top of the market. You have an orange line and a green line. When they eventually cross, well, when the orange line at the bottom comes up and crosses with this green line, you can see it marks the absolute top right here, puts this sort of pinkish line down in the middle that says this is the top of the market, you better sell now. It's so powerful, I'll tell you. Always been precise for many years. Top of the cycle. Let's have a look at the last one. You got one back here, right? Crosses, that's the top, and it's been precise all this time. Look, 2018 cycle. What's this? That 2018? Well, this is the recent one right here. 2020. No, the last cycle we had, 2021, came up, bang. This is the top of the cycle. You should probably sell now. And then we were just lucky. Obviously, when prices fell, we got a second event where we managed to come up and do a double top. Sometimes you can see that in the market. I'll explain this in another video, but this is the part we want to look at here, right? This right here, because I've been showing you guys this for a while, and I said to you, what we're looking for, what am I looking for? If price can't remain above this green line, and we start to see a break of the green line come back down, it's likely it will come down and test this orange line. A bit like the counter channel, where, when it gets overextended, if it doesn't remain above, eventually it's to come down to like the yellow line in the counter. Now, this is similar, and I'll show you what I mean, because look at this, right? Just real quick for new people out here that want to understand what I'm trying to show you, we see a similar thing that what the counter channel does. However, this price action usually tends to bounce between the orange and the green line. So prices go up, gets close to the green line, falls back down. See, and then it holds relative support around this orangey line, and then price goes up. In this case, it kissed it, and actually take a look at this. We actually saw a few candles above, but it couldn't hold support. What happened? And then eventually fell down to this orange line, and then it held relative support around this orange line, and it's been doing that for a long time in crypto. Comes up, falls down to this orange line, goes up, falls down to this orange line, holds relative support. And people don't use the pi cycle chart for that, especially the pi cycle top. People don't use, because you got pi cycle top, pi cycle bottom, the two different indicators, but they're both powerful. People don't use it for this, but I spotted this within the pi cycle, and we can kind of use it for some relevance as to what might happen going forward today. So if you take a look at where we are today, we've done that first part. We've come down to this orange line, we've gone up to this green line. Look, a few candles above, couldn't hold above, we broke back down. So I expect price to come down to this orange line. Now remember, in the Keltner channel, I said if price falls to that yellow line, which is this one here, I'm expecting it to go to about 55,000, 55,700, 55,800, some 55 to 56,000. And when you come over here, this can kind of confirm it. So we couldn't break above the green line. We've seen price action underneath, still haven't been able to go back above it. It looks like it's heading towards this orange line. And if it does, look at where the price puts it right here. Well, it says it in orange here. You can see on the right hand side of the screen, $56,000 price. So my question is there still one more flush? One final flush, just to flush out the weak hands, and we just see like a red candle just come straight down, and then we get to sort of like this orangey line like this, another 12% drop ish, and then that flushes it down to about $56,000. Because if we do, that might be it. That might be enough to say, okay, this market has flushed out the weak hands. People are now shook. They don't want to invest anymore. And then that's when you see smart money buy it up, and then we can continue this trend like an absolute boss, and then we can keep working our way up. Right, so that was that I want to show you in this video. I will bring you another one, which is a powerful thing, talking about finding the top of this market. I want to know, where is the top of this market? This pi cycle shows it powerful. You will know how to make serious money if you can find the top of the market and sell at the top of the market. If you don't want to miss that video, because it's coming literally after this, subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, stick around. I'm going to show you this pi cycle and show you what I'm looking for. We can kind of see it here, and then yeah, we're going to take it from there. You're going to have an indicator of where we're going to be selling our crypto to make massive gains. If this was helpful, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Thank you for watching. I feel better now. I had a horrible eye infection. Feels a lot better now. So I feel like more confident and stuff when making videos and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Become a Patreon. Links in the info section. They see these videos. It gives you the opportunity to get in early. You can see what, depending on the tier you go for, you can see when I'm buying, selling, staking, all of that stuff. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier, because they're going to know when I'm selling. And if you need guidance to know when to sell, become a Patreon. They will see when I'm selling. This one here, this exclusive VIP partner tier, will unlock the sell alerts. You will see when I'm selling, and you will make big money. That's all I'm saying, because I ain't prepared to lose huge amounts of money, and I know you guys don't want to either. So yeah, come over here and check it out. If you can't afford it, the CEO tier, which is my next tier above, CEO, gives you access to the VIP Telegram group. There's smart brains over there that understand trends, understand how to make money in this crypto space. We've got millionaires in there that just know how to find great projects that can make us more money. It's a powerful network, and that's what you need in this crypto space. A powerful network. Can be a part of this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Never be defeated.